last year, the pandemic has put the healthcare system across the country to the test. In rural areas, that additional impact is yet another blow to an already fragile balancing act in getting proper medical attention. After setting up deer camp with 2 members of his family, Vladimir Ivanovich from Chicago headed towards the pay station and outhouses at the Cedar River North State Forest Campground. That was the last time he was seen. After 15 minutes of frantic search by family members for the 58-year-old man who was in a black thermal jacket, gray thermal pants, and Crocs, who only had his wallet, keys, and a headlamp, was underway. The Menominee County Sheriff's Department was called to do a grid search and check the riverbank using scent dogs, horses, drones, and a helicopter. Vladimir has been hunting in the Upper Peninsula for over 30 years and was at this particular campsite for the last 14. Authorities believe he may have gotten lost and fallen into the shallow river, but the family says the meticulous carpenter is cautious of rivers. Vladimir is an avid fisherman and hunter who's very experienced in being outdoors and lovingly called the Camp Father for how he would always enforce safety precautions with those around him. Although the area he went missing in does not see much crime, his daughter is worried that this may be a crime and not an accident.
Maybe somebody saw, he had Illinois plates, nice trucks were coming up there, maybe just to mug him. He was going to the pay station, most likely with his wallet. COVID left a lot of people without a job. Maybe there has been a spike in crime. There were 2 other missing people within a week. I think only 20 miles. So someone went missing in Iron Mountain, and then another camper went missing in Marinette, only 20 miles from the campsite. So there is some strange activity.
Vladimir's Crocs were found 3 days later in an area that was already heavily searched, and were found next to each other, which is very unlikely that they floated together through all the log jams. Tests with other Crocs found that they would not float together in this way. The family thinks they could have also been disposed to throw off the search. The area the shoes were found was south of the campsite, but a Croc shoe print on freshly fallen snow was found north of the campsite, which is where canines have also found a scent trail for Vladimir. The Menominee County Sheriff, Kenny Marks, is hoping the local community can help keep an eye on the river and area near the campground for a body or clothing in the river or near the shore. The family is offering up to $25,000 to find any signs of Vladimir, his belongings, or to pay a ransom so they could see the man who paved the way for the family to be strong.
He has 12 godchildren, which is, in our culture, a really big deal because nobody has more than like 2 or 3. He has 12. Loves life. Had a lot of plans. Going forward.
Vladimir Ivanovich is 5'11", 195 pounds, with green eyes and gray hair. 10 years ago, Wheelin' Sportsman set up to help those with disabilities enjoy outdoor activities. The hunting blind and gear is built to make access to hunting easier for those who aren't as able to move around.
But when you're ready to fire, this little hose right here, you puff in on it. And that fires the gun. And see, this is the same switch that opens your trunk or your hatchback in your car when you push the button.
That's genius.
And they made a bracket, special bracket for it here. See, so when it fires, it comes out, then there's a return spring on it, just like the one in your car.
The completely volunteer group provides this access to those with disabilities for free.
People that we take out that are disabled, they don't have much.
Yeah.
A lot of them just live on a little bit of Social Security and stuff. They don't have much to live on. It's like, don't worry about it. It's not going to cost you a dime,
The organization's goal was heartwarming to me. So I asked Ken, what makes him so passionate about helping the community?
It's just always been, I don't know, in my life anyways, it's always been trying to help people. And it just takes a little time and a little effort and stuff, but just to see them smile and have a good day. And that leads into a good month, a good year.
If you would like to get a hold of Wheelin' Sportsman for an opportunity to help a friend, family, or loved one enjoy the great outdoors, call Ken at 906 553-2268.
My wife and I were watching TV about 8 o'clock, and a huge explosion shook the house. I thought maybe my garage has exploded, so I went out. It's 5 o'clock this morning when I found out that the airplane went down and the pilot was missing.
Authorities closed off access to the immediate area near Stevens Lake. Local, state, and national officials are on standby as the military conducts the search and rescue operation. The Department of Defense has set up a base camp to coordinate ground searches, as well as had 2 A-10 military aircrafts doing a low-altitude search of the area. The military has been pretty tight-lipped about what they called a routine training mission with one pilot on board. An eyewitness told ABC News that the sound from the F-16 engine seemed off and drew their attention. A retired Air Force veteran in the area said the F-16 was flying very low, and another eyewitness, who did not want to be identified, said the aircraft was upside down moments before it crashed. A source that was helping with the support operation said the F-16 most likely crashed north of Stevens Lake in or around Bog Lake. While only the military is officially searching for the missing pilot, locals who know the heavily forested area are taking it upon themselves to provide volunteer assistance.
Last night around 8 o'clock, actually 8:18, because I texted my mom, what was that? We heard this very loud boom and kind of a rattling of the cabin that I'm staying in. And my mom actually is a veteran of the Air Force, and so she said it sounded a bit like a backburn of the jet. And then we went out and watched the other jets flying around Gooseneck Lake, where we live, dropping flares, and we thought it was an exercise training. And then come to find out this morning that they were probably searching. And so, yeah, ever since then, there's been military copters and more jets flying around, and there's ground search parties as well, and I'm just trying to do my part and walk around the hiking trails that I know and see if I can find anything.
I heard that the plane went down, took my flashlight and mountain bike and started going out with a flashlight looking for the pilot.
The remote area with little to no cell service was an obstacle. Additionally, the jet crashed in the 879,000-acre Hiawatha National Forest, with trees that make it hard to see further than 50 feet off the main road. For now, the search continues for the missing pilot.